We've all heard and seen those Pure Michigan commercials touting Michigan tourism, which is a huge industry for us. Well, now the state is expanding that effort to get people to live in Michigan as well, not just visit it. What's behind this new program? 24-hour News 8's Dani Carlson went digging.
We don't think the state does a very good job as a whole of telling our story of why this is a good place to live.
So that's what PureMichiganLiving.com intends to do, highlight the great things in the state to bring people in. But what about the jobs they'll need when they get here?
Well, we certainly don't intend for this to be a silver bullet meant for everybody, to be able to look for necessarily a job. But we're trying to help kind of raise the ego, so to speak, of our state, because we've been beaten up pretty good over the last few years. A lot of bad news, and this is really about trying to find that inspiration about the good things that are going on in our state.
So the main goal of the nearly $50,000 website funded by the Michigan State Housing and Development Authority is to make people who live here feel good about it and hopefully change how outsiders think of the state.
I suppose you could question any time we're spending money that we're not directly aiding people, for example. But as we've seen in so many other areas in life, sometimes we have to take the long-haul look.
GVSU professor of marketing Paul Lane says even though more than 200,000 jobs were lost last year and the unemployment rate is pushing 15%, he thinks the site is a good idea and a smart investment in the long run.
The negatives probably in the short term, we could say with all the budget crisis and everything else, what could we do with $58,000 and who would it help? But in the long haul, I think it's much better to say, yeah, this is a real positive thing for us to be doing.
And he says in tough economic times, promoting positives can make a real psychological difference.
To remind us what a great place we have, especially in these times of troubles, I think is a really healthy thing.
Dani Carlson reporting.